Welcome back to FryMinis. I'm Eric, and today we're here with round 2 of Rime of the Frostmaiden unboxing. And be sure to stick around to the end. We've got some very special, very adorable, and very scary minis to take a look at. Thanks for joining. If you haven't already, be sure to take a look at last week's video. We unboxed a brick of minis from Rime of the Frostmaiden, the latest set put out by WizKids. Okay, so up first we have a brick. And after our brick, we have the biggest mini I have ever seen, the Chardalyn Dragon. And we'll unbox the Yeti Tykes promo kit. And then after that, we will wrap up with a quick look at dndmini.com, WizKids' new website. Want to stay in the loop on my latest videos? Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get an alert when a new video is posted. All right, let's get to it. And we're off to a great start with the return of Berry Mana Snow. Thanks, Gallant Goblin. Snowy Owlbear. Another Snow Goblin. I hope someday we get like a Desert Goblin. Oh, excellent. The Goliath Barbarian. That Javelin, that's something. I think this covered shield kind of thing is really cool. That's a fun little bit of flavor. Ooh, and a wolf. Good. He's got those blue eyes. Lots of dry brushing on this doggy. So this is what we finished up with in the first brick. This killer whale. An Arctic fox. This little guy's good. You could almost use him as like a weasel. And a goat. Again, love this goat. We need more goats in our lives. Dungeon coat shout out. The Flind Trapper. I guess he has kind of trapped himself there. Because I don't think that's how he's supposed to be. But this kind of a super knoll is definitely ready for a fight. Crag Cat is always cool. I like his face. A little misprint on his feet. Not a big deal. Awesome. Gnome Ceramorph. You can never have too many aberrations. Orog Ranger. This is a big beefer. He could go toe to toe with that Goliath. Oh, I guess the Orog won. Oh, yay! This is the Old Crone. So this is what she looks like, you know, from the main cover art kind of stuff. This is Oriel. Her base looks like it was misprinted. It's upside down. And I mean, we're a little off center here, but that's not a big deal. But that's fun. That's a new one. But this silky, kind of smooth, silvery transparency on this is so nice. I guess so. This is her kind of weakest form, the Cold Crone. Not the Old Crone, the Cold Crone. We have a Winter Wolf. Oh, geez Louise. It looks like his paint may have been a little uneven on this one too. Yeah, I don't know about that. The sculpt is pretty cool. The paint job isn't the best one in this set. I've actually painted a Winter Wolf before when I was reviewing HugeMinis.com's snow effect for basing. It's really cool. The Knucklehead Trout. It's a fish. Oh, good. Another one we didn't have. Avarice. So this is a tiefling. This is one of the main kind of NPCs in the book. As I understand it, she's quite mean. I think she actually has 2 gargoyles with her. Also, I'm pretty sure in the player's handbook it says that tieflings are kind of reddish brown and then human skin colors, but all the artwork shows them as different colors. The primary picture for the tiefling in the PHB is kind of purpley. So I'm not sure on the misalignment on there, but I am pro whatever you want to do. It's a fantasy game. All right, a Night Hag. We got one in the last brick. And you need 3 for a coven, so hopefully we get one more. Otherwise, we can always throw in any of the million other hag sculpts. Oh yeah, Minotaur. She is a Goliath that is a werebear. Werebears are good creatures, so she is your friend. Although I think the werebear stat log is actually medium, not large. All right, another goat. We're gonna have a goat patrol. We got a whole army of goats. In addition to our goat army, we are going to raise a school of Yeti Tykes. Excellent. A Dwergar Stone Guard. Stocky. The ridiculous hair is perfect. Just grumbly, coming at you, fully armored. It's just everything I want. So we had another mammoth in the first brick, and now we have two. So just like we can have two killer whales pulling someone, we can have two mammoths pulling your caravan through the blizzard. Oh, great. Okay. Human Trapper, bundled up. Her face is a little misaligned too. A blobby face. It's always a good time. And speaking of human trappers, here's the human hunter. So we've got green and red. She doesn't have the hood on, so it looks like her face is a little bit easier to paint. I know it'd be easier to paint by my hand. Oh, I was just kidding about wanting all the goats. All right. And this is still in addition to the other one from the previous brick. So we will have quite a few goats. This is an interesting opportunity to show off the difference in the paint jobs between the minis. I have absolutely no idea how these kind of pre-painted minis are painted. I'm assuming it's some sort of machine that does it, but this is a good example of the variety of quality. The reindeer, at least in one of the pictures in the book, the reindeer has kind of like a big glowy, bluish antenna array. It'd be kind of neat if we had that, but this is definitely a little more practical in a larger use case. Arctic fox, we're gonna build a swarm of these too. Oh good, a kobold mountaineer. I was worried we weren't gonna get another kobold. I love his goofy teeth, his backpack that probably weighs as much as he does. Knoll, just a straight up knoll. The winter variant. Our last box, let's hope we've got something new in here. Woohoo! Okay, so this is one of the big ones I was really hoping to get. This is the Frost Giant Skeleton. This is actually what I used in the picture for the thumbnail for the last video. I love that he's missing some teeth. I could be wrong, but that looks like a Triceratops on his epaulette there. All right, a Chewinga with a snowball. Figure when you need one Chewinga, you need a dozen, so this is good to get a duplicate of. Speaking of Chewinga with icicle staff, well, we're gonna build a horde, so here we go. Rugged Nomad with cage. So again, cage, right? C-A-G-E. He's holding a dagger. I don't know what a cage is. If anybody can explain this to me, that would be awesome, because I feel like a dope. So enjoy some glamour shots. These are the minis that were new to me in this brick that I did not get in the last brick. Okay, so I'm gonna stick to it. I think this is one of the best sets that's come out in a while. The variety is really neat. I love the themed look. Some of the silvery sheen, kind of iridescent effects that WizKids is experimenting with here are great. One of the dangers of doing the brick gamble is you get duplicates with the large or larger minis when you buy unrelated bricks. You get around getting those duplicates by buying a case. All right, I have cleared off as much space as I can for this behemoth of a mini. Calling it a mini is kind of a joke. All right, check this out. Oh my gosh. I don't know, I'm blocking my microphone. I don't even know if you can hear me. All right. Oh, wow. This is a monster. This is also the heaviest mini I've ever held. This is so big, it feels like more like a toy than a mini. The paint job's great. It's clearly a just shy of black with a gray dry brush across most of it. The yellow clearly stands in as kind of like a heat up wings with a nice little gradient on there. To maintain stability, it's on this massive disc, which that works. My only complaint about these clear bases is A, they don't match all my black bases, but B, the name can be hard to read. So Chardalyn is the special kind of ice that's been infused with magic from these crystals. And this dragon is made entirely out of it, except for its wings, which is kind of like a rubbery film. It's as strong as steel, but easier to work with, says the book. And it's powered by demonic energy. I do like its hip flaps and spikes. So this is not actually a dragon at all. This is purely construct in the shape of a dragon. It can also breathe radiant energy. The idea of plopping this down on the table is hysterical, and I can't wait to do that someday when we have a table again. I can't wait for the future ridiculously huge dragons. WizKids is doing a line for each of the kinds of dragons. So white dragons are up first, and that's coming, I think, early 2021. I don't think I'm going to be able to even fit this in my light box. The Chardalyn Dragon is absolutely astounding. This is one of the most bonkers minis I've ever seen, and I love it. It's time for the Yeti Tyke promo. So the only way, besides buying this on eBay or something, I guess, the only way to get this is to spend money on dndmini.com. So that's WizKids' new website where you can order miniatures, pre-order miniatures, pre-painted, unpainted, and you can even order their new flat minis. And just to be clear, WizKids is not sponsoring this. So this promo contains 3 Yeti Tykes. Yeah, so he looks kind of scared to me, which is heartbreaking. Yeti Tyke 3. Looks like maybe he's saying, no, stay away. Or maybe he's reaching for his mom. Or he's trying to spook you. I don't know. I didn't ever realize the face of a Yeti was so multifaceted. Yeti Tyke 2. He is chowing down. It's fishy time, dinner time. I'm a little surprised they didn't use the knucklehead trout, I guess, for that little tie-in. I think it'd be pretty hard to fight a Yeti Tyke eating a fish. I don't think any reasonable party would attack it, but y'all are a bunch of monsters. Yeti Tyke 1. He has a bone. I don't know if he is sad because he finished eating or if he's offering it to you to stop stabbing his parents. But how can you say no to a face like that? This is fantastic. I love this. I really hope they continue to do more promos with these kind of unique sculpts. I think that's a very clever way to drive traffic to their website. All right, so this is dndmini.com. This is the new website from WizKids where you can go to buy Dungeons & Dragons miniatures. I do want to give a little bit of insight into my dndmini.com order. I placed my order. It was what we just went through here is the brick, the Chardalyn Dragon, and the promo kit. And it sat there. The payment was processed, everything, but it said shipping label created. A couple days went by, I started to get nervous. I emailed the support email, and they took a look at it, and they ended up canceling the order because the carrier wasn't picking it up. WizKids then priority shipped it through USPS, and it arrived just in time. All this arrived today, Saturday, the 26th. I post this video tomorrow, the 27th, so I'm a little under the gun here, but they did get it to me in time. So a special shout out to the dndmini.com WizKids shipping team, and their email team was super responsive, so thanks everybody. And while we're at it, I do want to show you one of my other favorite websites. This is minisgallery.com. So this is my kind of insider source for all the upcoming mini releases and their timelines. So, oh, look at that, everything. All this crazy stuff coming out from WizKids. All the way out to March of next year. You can click through, you can take a look at pictures. I also saw some people saying that they didn't think it was great for WizKids to direct people away from the game stores. But I want to point out with the flyer that comes in here, where they walk through the minis. See, it doesn't say anything about where you're getting them. Clear, they're just here's some minis, some unpainted minis. And then it leads with no game store near you, buy online. And of course, still use promo code D&D17 to get 10% off. And then the whole back page of this flyer directs people to their store. So I definitely feel that WizKids is doing their part to drive traffic to the store. They even have a store finder. One thing I could see adding to the website would be that same store finder link or any sort of guidance here directing people to their local stores. One other thing I'd really like to see added to this website would be kind of like a collection builder. I get that it would be limited, of course, to the WizKids D&D minis, but even just from that website, if you could keep like a list or a log of all the minis you've purchased, kind of like a checklist, call it like Collector's Corner or something. Okay, last thing about dndmini.com, I do want to say great job, whoever their photographer is or their photography team. I don't know if they hired out or they picked somebody up for in-house, but these are excellent photos. I'm very, very impressed with these. And that's dndmini.com. Okay, so that does it for Rime of the Frostmaiden. The set is very, very cool, very fun. The cold weather variants are great. The set really brings some minis that we don't already have. That frost giant skeleton really stands out. The killer whale is still so goofy, but very, very fun at the same time. It's a nice little chuckle. The Chardalyn Dragon is insanely awesome. It's so big. I'm telling you, go see this thing at your store. Go pick it up. It's crazy big. I mean, like, look at this. I've got a pretty big head, but this thing is like as big as my head, bigger. Definitely pretty sure that head size comparison is the way professional YouTube people do their reviews. And the Yeti Tykes are super, super cuties. Little people running around, eating fish, throwing bones, and being scared. I'm not sure. So I definitely recommend this set. If you pick them up on dndmini.com, you get that promo box. I do think it might be nice if the promo box you could get in stores, even if they only sent like 3. I have no idea, but I'll send just a couple of them to a store to give away. So D&D 5th edition, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Very cool book. Awesome set. Very nice specials. I would definitely check it out. So if you want to see more unboxings, more reviews, and learn about painting, be sure to subscribe. I post new videos every Sunday, and over on my Instagram, I post new hand-painted minis every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.